I'm going to do your weekly stock recap. This week, it was quite a week in regards to my trading. My primary day trading account, I'm down about $9,000 worth of day trades for the week. Okay. My long-term brokerage account is down about 70 or 80 grand. This week, I lost a lot of money, and the important thing is, I still have my health. Okay. Hopefully I can sleep at night.
I just want all of the money. Do you know what I said? I gotta get the dinero, the cash, and the bread. Money. Do you know what
So right now I've been actually not doing so many trading videos. The last trading video didn't get good reception or whatever. I bought 300 shares of TEVA earlier this morning. I bought 300 shares of Micron this morning. I've been actually actively day trading both TEVA and Micron. I'm already up quite a bit on the day today for my Micron trade. TEVA looks like it's about to go up a bit further. Maybe it might have a little bit of a bounce from where it's at right now. Honestly, can't tell. This thing just doesn't seem like it wants to, stay where it's at. So I don't know what to do about TEVA really. I think I will take a buy on this. But yeah, overall, I've been actually day trading basically the same securities all through earnings season because for a long time, I was just reading the tape on this stuff very well. And Micron is a very good company. I feel like it is undervalued. TEVA, I am a little nervous about their debt load, if I'm being quite frank. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to buy another 300 of this right now. So I hope this gets executed. Yeah, it looks like it did. We'll wait and see how this trade plays out. We're now looking at a profit and loss at 700. I'm just going to close this. I don't care if it goes up a little bit higher because I own more of it. I'll sell it at this price. I don't care. So I got rid of the trade I held this morning. I also doubled down on TEVA. So I bought MU, I bought 300 of TEVA 1776. I'm just half tempted to close it. I kind of just want to be done for the day. It's one of those Mondays, I have a lot of work to do. I got rid of the Micron that I added today. So back down to 500 shares. What I'll do is I'll close the TEVA that I just added. That's it. I'm done for the day. Looks like my Micron trade's going south on this fine Tuesday. So if you take a look, I bought it right around 34, like right around here. It was starting to come up and I did not sell it like probably I should have. But now it's dropped as low as 34. And honestly, I missed the buy yesterday because I got stuck talking to a customer of mine, and obviously customers come first over trading. But, this is why I tend to buy in smaller blocks, 300 at a time rather than thousands at a time. So when this happens, what do? I double click, buy again, and pray. I bought it again around 34.05. Obviously, it could continue to go down from here. My goal is to maybe sell this chunk off for a profit, hopefully. TEVA has stayed about the same from where I bought it at. But, this happens when you're trading. Tomorrow I'm gonna be out and about, so I'll have to do some mobile trading, but yeah, trying to do as much over the screen as I can. It's later on in the afternoon. Actually, it's right afternoon, 12:19-ish. So I had bought another round of Micron around 34.06 or something. It's 35.63. So I'm gonna go ahead and sell that at 35.63 or 34.63, my bad. If I ever misspeak or am kind of loose on my words, keep in mind I'm doing several things throughout the day. I'm not just trading, but I do have a couple of other businesses and things in consulting work that I run. So you can kind of see, okay, so I bought this where 34.06 and I sold it for 34.64. Bought another batch at 34.42. I might hang on to that a little bit longer. And then TEVA is up a little bit from the price I bought it for, but it took a dump later on and I didn't double down at that time. So I'll follow back up with you guys later on. Like I said, I more or less trade the same securities over and over again nowadays. So it's later on in the afternoon. It's about 1:06. I sold the other 300 shares of Micron I picked up earlier in the day today. I did not get a chance to show you guys that trade. I had to just pull the trigger because Micron was kind of moving all over the place. I was trying to sell it and it kept going back and forth. So I finally just decided to get rid of it, but the webcam wasn't plugged in at the time, so I couldn't really show you guys, but here's kind of like, I'm trying to be a little bit more on the transparent side of what's been bought or sold. So I bought this at $34.42, sold it at $34.75. Then I bought another round at $34.05 because I saw it kept going lower. I sold that at $34.64. So those were my several trades of Micron. I'm hoping to offload TEVA. I bought it at $17.42, but then it took quite a bit of a dump right after. I didn't get a chance to buy it here. I was even thinking about buying it. The one reason that I'm a little bit scared on the TEVA side is I actually own a lot of it in my other account. Not my day trading account, but my other account. And I think overall I'm on a loss on my TEVA position. Even though I actively trade TEVA, I'm still on a loss on that position. I think I'm more or less done for the day. I might try to do a market recap later on in the day today. I'm not trading futures right now, and I'll probably talk about that more on a camera, not on the webcam, because the audio on this webcam is pretty awful. So I've been placing a bunch of trades this week, and I'm having my first losing week in some time. So you can kind of gauge. I've been picking up slowly accumulating Micron and TEVA. I've actually been day trading these stocks this whole time for probably, but since the last time I've been doing trading videos, I've been actively day trading these stocks. I slowly kept buying into Micron as it kept falling. I didn't, I might have to actually sell this at a loss now. I'm not really sure. Having said all that, the market itself has been down quite a bit the last 2 days. Everything I've even thought of buying, like I was going to buy oil. If you look at oil down here, QM, those are oil futures. I was thinking about buying them when they were at 50. Thank God I didn't. It would have fallen to 46. So pretty much everything I was planning on buying would have fallen anyway. TEVA is another company. I would say it's medium risk, but I've been sort of accumulating this. My overall price is 17.3 on about 1,000 shares. It just keeps going down. I'm not really 100% certain if the market action's correct. We'll see where I stand with these trades, but you can see how much I've lost so far this week, about $6,000. I've pretty much lost everything that I've made in the last month. A lot of my trades are essentially I make $200 here, $300 there, $200 here, $300 there, kind of thing. So on a daily basis, but in one shot or in just a handful of trades, basically reversed everything I've earned probably in the last 5 to 6 weeks. This happens periodically in trading, and you just kind of have to deal with it. But yeah, it's not been the best week for me. So it's 10:10. I have a meeting in about 5 minutes I need to attend for one of my clients. This is the main account that I want you guys to view, and these are 2 of the securities that I trade almost every single day. So far this week, this is what it claims I'm down. This is what it claims I'm down. Truth be told, I'm probably down another 3,000 or so just in this account. I think if you saw my video from earlier this week, this number will probably say maybe 43 to 45. When I get this video edited, you'll probably know the exact number. So I'm down to almost 7,000 just actively trading these 2 securities on this account alone. I have another account that I do other types of trading, and this week I've been trying to hedge some of my losses on these 2 securities. Turns out I've been losing money all around, and that happens sometimes in day trading. So just a normal cost of business. The sizes I buy tend to be a little bit on the larger side, and the Micron news was a lot worse than I expected. I actually have more Micron in another account, and the news this week alone was a pretty large setback in terms of my overall portfolio. So, I know I made a video earlier this week about, trading Apple and Apple stock, but truth be told, I do the best I can with my analysis, but I'm wrong a lot of the times as well. I'll check back in with you guys how I ended up doing for the day, maybe later on. End of the night, we're going into Christmas weekend, and this was one of my worst trading weeks in a very long time. I'm down maybe 78,000 total in my net worth. Now, this is the account that I would 100% open and willing to show you guys. This is my day trading account. If you take a look at just my day trading losses this week, this isn't even all my losses. Of the positions that I have left that are open, I have about $7,000 or $8,000 in losses. Hold on, maybe I can show you guys account info. See if I can show you that this buying power was at 45,000 at the start of this week. I now have $36,000 left. So I basically lost $9,000 on the account that I used to grind out a little bit of an income. Every single trade went south, every single day trade. I actively trade Micron, TEVA, and SPY. I've been just constantly mistiming this whole week. You know, I don't trade with margin or anything like that. So, you know, I'm okay with what I lost, but maybe I'll do a little bit more of a recap downstairs.
I don't want to come across as some sort of rich guy or rich kid, because I'm not. 70 and 80 grand is still a lot of money to me, and it does affect me. You know, I even thought I was playing it cool, because in regards to the market, I knew the valuations were too high. You know, Amazon hit $1 trillion, Apple hit $1 trillion. I knew at one point these valuations were high, which is why I kept so much money on the sidelines. Since the start of December, the market kept selling off, selling off, selling off, selling off. I kept buying into it a little bit here, a little bit there, and the sell-off was just increasingly aggressive. Truth be told, this week's sell-off was one of the largest sell-offs we've had since the financial crisis. And as opposed to, you know, reducing my risk profile or anything, I wasn't actually that invested in the stock market going into this week. At the end of this week, I was, you know, I'll be honest with you, I was as high as 50% invested at this point in time. As of close today, I bought even more into the market. There's a lot of fear right now in the market. There's not a lot of buying action or anything like that. You know, part of that has to do with the government shutdown. If you take a look at oil stockpiles, they're just, you know, piling up even further. So there's a lot of fear in the market right now. However, if you can take a look at an image of SPY, the you know, Spider Index, or S&P 500 or NASDAQ or anything like that, you can see the NASDAQ's down almost 20%. It's, I mean, not almost. NASDAQ is down into bear market territory. With the NASDAQ as low as it is right now, I'm buying into the market because it just keeps falling. You know, maybe I'm catching a falling knife. Those are just risks I'm willing to take. Bottom line is I'm getting the market cheaper now than I would have gotten it 2, 3, 4 months ago. So I choose to buy in now, and I'm willing to buy in even more if the market continues to fall. So do I have some regrets about what played out or how things worked out? I do have one. I don't regret any trades in particular that I have done or placed, either in the day trading account or even in my long-term account. My regret is the sizings that I've chosen to buy. There were times where I was buying Spider Index at 400, 500 shares at a time. In hindsight, if I'm gonna buy into a dip theory, I should have been buying it at fractions of the volumes that I've picked. That way, you know, on a day like today, I could have bought a little bit more or something along those lines. But essentially, no. I did foresee a little bit of a sell-off on our way, and I keep buying into the sell-off. I bought Apple stock this week into the sell-off. So I bought it at 156, and you know what? It's at $150 right now. So no one can predict these things. You know, you just try to get in at good prices, and after that, you know, pick good names and just wait it out at that point in time. But the important thing is, it's not all of my money. I had enough in cash to just keep buying into the dip. Hey, if it goes down another 20%, great. I'm willing to buy in and step in and buy. Like I said, my only regret now in hindsight was perhaps I should have analyzed it a little bit more carefully from the get-go and used smaller sizings on the initial portion of the sell-off. Let's go back and talk about what I bought today. I bought more Spider today, just the overall S&P index and a little bit of the of NASDAQ index. NASDAQ is the index that is getting beat down pretty hard right now. I normally don't buy the NASDAQ directly as much as I buy Spider. That's how I'm preparing myself, and if it continues to go down, I'll continue to buy as it falls. Don't buy things that, you know, you're not going to be able to sleep well at night or whatever, because, you know, let's be real here. Sometimes things just don't work out and you can have a bad year or a bad losing year. All hedge fund managers lose money time to time. Always keep some money on the sidelines, and when you see a good opportunity, get your money in. That's all I try to do. The $70,000 I lost, like I said, it's a lot of money to me, but I know in the long run I should be able to make money off of that. I wanted to mention one last thing. Let's say hypothetically we even go into a bear market. A lot of people who haven't experienced the bear market, my first time trading stocks was in a bear market. So I actually kind of enjoy trading in a bear market. A lot of people think, the stock market just crashes, it just goes down 10% or something like that. It doesn't work like that. Bear market trading it is a lot more interesting because people usually sell into rallies a lot more. A lot of times in bull markets, if it rallies, you'll see it rally more. But in bear markets, if there's a day that goes up, you'll see a lot of selling. It's a much more of a trading atmosphere. So in regards to the stocks and ETFs that I picked up today, mainly once again Spider Index and QQQ, I fully plan on getting rid of it if there's a pop on the next trading day. The more the market drops, the larger my sizes get. It's kind of like a martingale strategy, but a little bit less algorithmic. Let's say next week we drop another 6-7%, I'll buy an even larger size of Spider or QQQ that I purchased this week. I'm looking forward to the upcoming weeks. I feel like a lot of opportunity can potentially present itself, and you know that keeps me excited. Hopefully I have the money on the sidelines ready to take action. That's it for me. Hope you guys have a good holiday, and I'll catch up with you guys later on. See ya. Nasdaq's the one that's getting beat off. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say Nasdaq's the one getting beat off. That's Nasdaq is the one that's getting beat down. There you go.
I just want all of the money.